So if there were British Alolan forms, what would they be?
They'd all be brown and grey and wet all the time.
They'd all wear top hats and smoke pipes.
What about like Machamp as like a bare knuckle boxer?
Well, what's the type difference then?
With like a Dudley mustache, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, like a big mustache and
And a little like bowler hat. But yeah, what's his type? He'd have to be. No, it doesn't really work. What's the British type?
water because it rains all the time.
Yeah, true.
But that doesn't fit.
I think the British type is dark because it's always cloudy.
That's true.
A Scizor that its shell is shaped like a suit of armor, like a medieval knight, and then he's bug fighting. Fine, fuck off.
Or he could be Bug Steel because suits of armor are made of metal.
But Bug Steel is
Just like Scissor.
yeah,
Yeah.
steel fighting then.
Glad we agree.
What's the most British Pokemon? I'm going to go with Herdier
Oh dear.
Yes, he's very British.
or Stoutland. Oh, I could see a proper, like, if you could do a British Bellsprout with like a little mustache. Like, he'd be perfect for a tiny little mustache and like a cane. But his cane could be made out of a vine as well.
Lapras, Water Dark, Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, yes! Like that.
Yeah.
I suppose we could have a Pokemon that's like the Hound of the Baskervilles too, but I don't know what that would be.
Hound of the Basketballs? What's that?
Yeah, it's a Sherlock Holmes book.
Houndoom.
What, Ghostfire or Ghost Dark?
Houndoom.
No, Houndoom is basically the Hound of the Baskervilles.
This is the Pocket Monster Manual. I'm Wooly Shambler here with Mitch,
Hello.
Shiny, and Specs.
Gang.
We're talking about Gengar, also known as Gengar.
Its name possibly comes from doppelganger.
Because he's a doppelganger of Clefable.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for bringing that up again.
Now MD's not here, so he can't naysay it.
Yeah, so go ahead. Go ahead.
So
theory is that Gengar is like the shadow version, basically, of Clefable. Is it Clefable or Clefairy?
yeah, Clefable then, because Clefable's silhouette is what Gengar looks like.
No, it doesn't.
It does. If you looked at Clefable's shadow, that would be like a Gengar.
Let me.
I think it's more. I think it might be more like Clefairy because Clefable has the wings, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if you
And
look
the
at
big
its
swirly tail.
if you look at its Pokemon
it's
Yellow
Clefairy.
sprite, like where its ears are and its like tail on the back, it matches the shape of Clefable's wings, kinda.
Oh yeah, he does actually have those bits, doesn't he? I forgot.
Don't type Haunted Clefable into Google because you'll find some cursed images. Much like.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
Thanks.
But I'll show you them anyway.
So no. Oh. Okay.
So that's what you got to look out for. I'll show you some more.
That's all. That's all. I don't want to see it more.
I don't want to
Does
see
that count
anymore
as
either.
more?
No.
That's four.
Is it for? It's possession.
Well, okay. If that's Vor, then Venom is also Vor from Spider-Man.
Yeah. No. It's not Vor. Venom's not Vor.
It depends.
It's just like possession.
Yeah, that's what this one does too. Only it's only drawn way more sexually.
The way this is
What's
drawn makes
sexual
it
about
look
it?
more-
Do you know what? You can always tell, like, when there's like if someone's a furry artist because they make Pokemon shiny.
Yes.
It's specifically that. Like, even though it's fur, they make it glossy so it looks like slippery. And that is like a key trait of like furry art. And it's
Yeah.
always like, even if it's otherwise completely innocent, you can just tell.
They're easy to wipe down if they're not furry.
It's such a thing. You see it all the time in evolution art, and it's really unsettling. Anyway, Gengar's a bad lad. He's an evil boy. Cheeky lad.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a dark night, your shadow thrown by a streetlight will suddenly and startlingly overtake you. It's actually a Gengar running past you, pretending to be your shadow.
What a trickster.
I don't think he's as evil as Haunter was. He just seems to like to fuck with people by pretending to be their shadows.
No. He was moving through the shadow because he can't stand the light.
Ah.
Like street lights are Gengar's worst enemy, so he has to use people's shadows as they walk by.
Well, apparently it steals the lives of those who become lost in the mountains. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Likes to cast curse on people.
If you lived in a hot place, would you have a pet Gengar?
No.
well, to keep it cool.
He sucks the heat from the area, so he'd be like an air conditioning unit.
Well,
There's better Pokemon for that.
Yeah.
But your mate.
Like
But he's cheeky though.
he would like.
But he's a cheeky chappy.
I feel like he would like psychologically torture me.
Because he's
Nah, he's a cheeky chappy, mate. You gotta just make friends with him.
he's a shadow Pokemon, so he wouldn't work in the daytime when he's most needed to cool you down.
That's
OT.
a good
Fair
point.
enough.
So
Fair enough.
also, what's the decision behind people actually keeping really dangerous Pokemon like this that can just like, if they wanted to, they could just kill you? Like instead of doing a battle for you, they'd just be like, "No, I'm taking your soulmate."
Well, all Pokemon can kill you.
Who would want to catch that? Yeah, but this guy's
Oh,
clearly
Just for the
malevolent.
thrill. Like there's people who like have wolf dogs.
That's true.
Train the Pokemon, have a loyalty to their trainer.
If you have the badges, it doesn't matter.
Whoa, hey, you've got some shiny metal on your chest. Whoa.
So let's talk about this Mega. It's shit.
Yeah.
I
Hold
like
up.
its Mega.
The only thing I like about its Mega is the shiny. The fact that it actually looks different. Because Gengar's shiny, I've talked about this before many times, but Gengar's shiny is an absolute fucking letdown. It's like a little bit desaturated and that's all they done. That's it. It's the only difference. But the Mega shiny actually looks different. So I like that. Otherwise, I'm not really that fussed. Gengar's relationships are warped. It has no interest in opponents unless it perceives them as prey.
Did you all know that Gengar used to be human?
Is this carrying on from the rivalry he has with Alakazam and Kadabra? Like they were two rival children. One turned into a Kadabra, the other turned into a Gengar.
Is this an actual thing?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, it just says in the Moondex entry, it apparently wishes for a traveling companion. Since it was once human itself, it tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans.
Yeah, that's what he done in that's what he done in that Pokemon episode where they kill
Yeah.
Ash. Yeah,
Indeed.
same shit.
But he used to be human. So, like, the original Gengar, at least, if not all Gengars, are dead humans. Like, that's messed up. Again, it's like a human that turned into a ghost and then procreates with other Pokemon.
Keep in mind, right? This was before Pokemon breeding. Actually, it's not shit. It's not. I think. Well,
I like how you got
Pokemon.
really quiet and like try to tell us under the table, like, guys, this
No.
was before the thing happened.
oh no! Hold on. You hold
Hold
on. You hold on. Pokemon being able to breed is a pure like gameplay concession with lore. No, like they didn't think how that works out in the lore. I think we should just assume that ghost Pokemon are the ghosts of dead humans.
Alternative. Well, I mean, I guess it's not exactly different from that. It's just following on from it. So, anytime you trade a Haunter, you are directly killing someone
Oh!
What?
in order to create a
Because it's
Gengar
a
out of
trade
it. Because
evolution.
Haunter didn't used to be a person. Ghastly didn't used to be a person.
Oh, shit.
Gengar
Holy-
did. So, anytime you trade to evolve your Haunter, you are you're murdering someone, basically. Either that or you're just collecting a soul from, like, you know,
The internet.
wherever they're from the internet or wherever they're stored.
So, yeah, the way trading works is it's like a digital process, isn't it? Like, you have to put your Pokemon in a machine. So, while Haunter's going through that machine, it must be, like, I don't know, collecting a soul from within the computer.
Shiny, I think out of all our stupid conspiracy theories, that was my favorite one so far.
Not a conspiracy, mate. It's legit.
Aren't all ghost Pokemon human though?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Although,
Okay.
Well, this follows on from what I said earlier in a previous episode about the fact that, like, that's how the first one came to be, but not necessarily how all of them happened.
Yeah, then it fucked a
'Cause
bunch of
otherwise-
dittos.
But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, there's a lot of people and a lot of them are dead. So maybe
One just happened to look like Gengar when they were alive.
because like your mask has to have a person's face for every single one that exists, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
So those have to be people. But I think like Banette. I mean, actually, yeah, that can't be like every single Banette that exists is like a discarded toy from a child who stopped loving it. So
Oh, no, it could be.
I know there's a
like,
lot of
kids
children.
discard toys all the time.
yeah, but Shuppet isn't one of those.
Yeah, it's we run into this so much. You just have to
Yeah.
like
Is there
not think about
is there a
it too much.
person inside all of the Cathagricus coffins as well? We'll get
Yes.
onto this with the other ghosts. I mean, we're ruining our ghost rep.
Hey MD, when you're listening to this, whenever you start up your Pokemon D&D campaign again, please have a trainer whose ghost Pokemon are all her dead relatives. Thank you.